What's yours is mine. Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Gonti, Knight Minister, revisiting this deck with aggressive black creatures so I can take the top spells and lands from my opponents and play them for myself. And whenever I play a stolen card, I'll be making treasure so I can cast even more stolen goods. Because Gonti triggers for every single creature that I hit with, this deck is a swarm, playing lots of low-cost flyers and cheap creatures that have either evasion like Menace, or flying, or Death Touch to stop my opponents from ever wanting to block them, and then a couple of good mid-rangey creatures to get me card advantage to stop my opponents, and of course, do more crime. In this deck, we're relying on both our damage as a win con and our opponent's cards as a win con. But if that's not enough, maybe we can just exile their entire library and seal it for ourselves so they have no more cards to play and we can just win that way. So let's take Gonti, Knight Minister in the queue and see if I can steal enough spells to do a daily quest that's to cast only green and white spells. Subsunan Luxa Embodied alternates between drawing cards and being a huge, powerful attacker or defender. But you can make it so she's always doing all of these things by manipulating the +1/+1 counters on her. I will start with Tiny Bones because I have this bail out. So if they play like a mana dork here, like I can swing into it. And otherwise, I'm going to set up to steal. What do we got here? Inquisition. A Prodigy. It's Skulk. We don't have any of the black Skulk creatures. Ambassador, annoying. This doesn't affect me that much. Augur will get stuff. I feel like, even though this is a thing that I could potentially steal, it's not really something I want to be stealing. I don't have that many fetches, so I'm going to swing in with Tiny Bones. One straight. Yeah, this is me making them drop this because I don't want them to have it. Ambassador to Vivendo is, in a deck that fetches, can be nasty. Unlike Hydroponics, this sets up repeatable card draw just off one land. And because we have fetch lands, that can just give them, like, draw an extra card a turn over and over. And it's not like Library of Alexandria where you have to use the lands for the draw instead of the mana. Nope. It just goes. All right, I'll swing in with Tony Bones. Ooh, I thought they would block. I don't really want Ambassador here, because again, my deck does not run fetch lands. But you know what I want to do? I want to pay the 6. So I'm going to play Black Market Connections. I have, I believe, 2 fetch lands in my deck for Super Shredder. And Fatal Push. They're helpful cards to have. Like, I don't always have treasures. Confounding Conundrum. They draw. And the Ooze. Even if I take things out of the graveyard, they will actually be able to exile them in response. Okay, let's pay some mana. And some life, I mean. Kaboom. Love that for me. Now, am I feeling Gonti? I am feeling Gonti. I want to do crime. What else is new? Go, 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 go. Go. Go, 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 go. Bones. The most Tony of bones. All right, we get through. Again, I'm not going for Ambassador. But I am going for whatever Gonti's got. I don't have the mana. They're like, yeah, whatever, I'm taking it anyway. That's fine. Give me your cards. It is a land. Is Gonti a hustler or a scammer? Neither. They're a politician. A third kind of weird thing. Alright, here comes Subsunan. Sabsunan can't attack or block if it has an even number of counters. So, right now... oh, sorry. Unless it has an even number of counters. So, like, right now, it can attack, it can block. After all, why shouldn't I? I don't need me to vault this turn. Yeah, they'll be able to manipulate the counters on it with the ooze. Ooh, a Riddler or an Augur. Playing off the top versus just big boy, big card draw. I'll drop that. And I'm still down to swinging with everything here. I have a bailout. You know what I want to do? Crime. Bailout's another great paper possible spell. Okay, what do I steal? Come on, something awesome. Yeah, that's pretty good. And it might let me do more crime. Now, something I should probably be aware of is that I only have 13 life left, and they might have an 8 with all of this. So I'm not paying the 6 next turn. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to. Like, do you defend with this, or do you attack at this life total? They're attacking. They're going in. Augur of Autumn. They're just like, I'm going to use up my mana. All right, let's do this. Oh, hey, Super Shredder. Am I willing to also draw a card? Probably should have. Okay, I will animate. No, use this. I gotta line up that damage. This might be able to be a lethal swing. Yeah, stealing a turn. A powerful way to win. Everybody in full send. Tiny Bones trades with the halfling. Augur of Autumn gets to just kill one of these shapeshifter tokens. I think they're trying to math out how much damage they're taking here. Right now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it's just lethal no matter what. With the 2 attacks in, at most they can prevent 6 damage by killing the small things there on the first hit, but then the rest goes through. And I think that's GG. Rofellos, Llanowar Emissary. I got 1 kill spell, and I got a very funny potential card in this hand. So I'm going to keep it. This was a suggestion from somebody in chat who said, hey, you know, what if you Doomsday Excruciator and then mill out your opponent's deck? And I said, wait, hold up. That's really funny. We should do that. So anyway, Doomsday Excruciator is in this deck now. And also my cat is up here. She wanted to be in the video because she's so good. Terminus of Returnimus. Yeah, where's my little swarming creatures, though? They're busy. That's what they are. You think this is going to be the game where we get to do it? Where we get to doom the day? And this is Rofellos Elves, yeah. Which, hey, guess what? It's still good as Rofellos Elves. So I could actually Doomsday Excruciator right here. Because I believe I would win through damage. Sentinel can block once. We draw an additional card each turn, but I will also be milling additional cards off their deck. No, honey. That's enough kibbles. So let's see what they had in their hand and what they have in the bottom 6 cards of their library. Hi, Scraps. Please don't. Scraps, honey, you got some extra kibbles. She's like, more. I need more. I know you need more. You're so cute. They're not even treats. They're literally the same kibble she has in her bowl, but she wants them from me one at a time. Llanowar Visionary. Ooh, they accelerated their mill for me. Thank you, Rofellos. Canopy Tactician. Sure. Did I exile Craterhoof Behemoth? I don't know. It's face down. The world may never know. Yes, I love you too, honey. You're so cute. Okay, am I going... I think I'm going Fear of Ridicule, and killing Asperus Sentinel and swinging in. Am I trying to go for the mill? The mill kill? Or the kill? Hold up, they have something. Court of Calling? You don't have any 1-drops left in your deck. There's only 4 cards left in your deck. Now we're going for the mill, which means non-attack. Scraps, you are so cute. You're so precious. They have so much mana. Okay, yep, I can't counter things and you can buff up your elves. I will kill the Canopy Tactician. Or, I guess, just block it. That's fine. That loses the buff. I get the attack in, which is what I want. I've already had the exile, so I'm fine with that. Do you have any creatures left? You did! Elvish Archdruid. Okay, what's in your hand? Nature's Rhythm. Okay. They have no cards left. Okay, the Allosaurus can pump, but it doesn't matter. They have no cards left. Ah, excellent. And how excruciating. Davriel Soul Broker is going to try to break us by using all of Mono Black Control's nastiest tricks to take us down, using things like combos and card draw, and punishing us through his -2, which will give them discounts on their spells, life gain on card draw, and pretty much no actual downside, because most of them are like, oh, you lose a life for each creature you control. They have no creatures. It doesn't matter. Also, Scraps is here. Scraps, get your face out of my water, please. She can't have it. She's just rubbing her face on it. Oh, Agonizing Remorse. What do you drop here? Probably Deep Cavern Bat. Unless you have, like, a multiple pieces of removal in hand. Davriel's also removal. No, there's... She is still trying to find more treats. With this? Good girl. You want kibbles one at a time? Good kitty, she's standing up. Ooh, I dropped that one. Did you find it? Good girl. Okay, let's see what we can find here. Hey, Adnaz. None of these are gonna be very good for me. I guess... I guess a braid. Play Terrors of the Track. I'll keep feeding this cat one at a time. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. So good you are. I could go for the card draw off kicks, but I would rather double spell this turn. So I'm going to double team and use the Terminus to play the other Terrors of the Track. Double Dino. And now the kitty gets fed some more. Good girl. Oh, that's a late library. Oh, it's him! And he made me discard. Torok, why would you do such a horrible thing? Now I have to steal from you. At least I know I'll be able to use their lands, since they're, probably swamps. Honey. Honey, it's over here. I got Winter Moon and Snuff Out. Well, neither of those are gonna do anything. Oh boy! Snuff Out! I wonder if they have a board wipe here. Damn! Yeah, lose that life. Yeah, she's a good kitty. I like how Winter Moon kind of equally punishes us here. I don't think I play it, though.
Well, clearly I'm the only
Davriel's going for offers and conditions.
deal with me than with demons.
Oh god, they got the draw card life gain one. Oh look, they're gonna lose life for each creature they control. Yeah, all no creatures. Okay, Necropotent, Sign in Blood, and the Troll. I guess I could be a Necropotence gamer. I'm not like... That's not really my thing. But like, I could do it. What do you got? I have a very cute kitty. What do you got? Necromancy. Okay. Necropotence. Let's activate this, what? 8 times? Give me a minute. Let's just go for a 7. Full grip. Egad! Cards in hand! Yeah, I think Necro Dominance with Davriel, because you can turn the card draw into something crazy. Makes sense, but it's a little weirder here. Yeah, Scraps, you are so needy. So nice of you to show up for the video, though. She's actually just showing up for snacks. But you know what? That's fine, too. I accept this being a snack first environment. Yeah, I don't draw because the thing. I would like to seize those things. Okay, kill spell, board wipe, Aether Flux. This is the most combo-y card. This is the one that's going to hurt me the most. We would like them to not have a Planeswalker. And I can save myself easily against single target removal because I have Not Dead After All and Malakir Rebirth. discard, right? Gonna drop Malakir. Could honestly drop Ravenous. It's not like they're playing many creatures. Now let's do Malakir. You want to use that Fell the Profane or what? Okay. 1. A 2. A 3. I will use that Wintry Moon. I stole it from you. Well, let me say, once upon a time, there was a Super Shredder. A dock fell on him, but he got better. Cards in hand, please. Playing life is so fun. Ugh, gaining life. Why can't I gain life? Where's my Sheoldred? I will untap Hive. Actually, I have an Umbraid under here. Let's steal. I don't actually need to, like, draw cards. I just need to steal cards. I'm stroking her like a super villain. Yeah, who's my good little villainous kitten? Two more cards from Necropotence. Yeah, lose no life, then gain 2 life. Woe is me. Sacrifice a creature. I'm kind of good on dropping Necropotence now. Because I could also just drop the Wicked. Because I'm kind of running low on life. Yeah, I should probably drop Necropotence. Thank you. You don't realize that that was helpful to me, but it was helpful for me. I don't have that much life gain in my deck. I could be Seeching. Where's Sheoldred? Sheoldred! Sheoldred. Sheoldred. Sheoldred? Girl, I'm gonna need you to be Seeching. Oh, that lets me gain life. That's helpful. I think I will Dreadfuge just to see what's in their hand. It also just, like, gets me another treasure. Okay, Dark Ritual, whatever. You don't get to have that. I'll play Ghost Vacuum because I have enough mana to. And pass a turn. They lose none life. They will both lose life and then gain the life right back. It's a complete net neutral. A March of Wretched Sorrows. They will gain 1 life, but I'm actually going to use the Consuming Corruption because that gains them life. And I don't want you gaining life. I want me gaining life. Oh my god, look at how super Shredder is! Oh, yes. I think I have lethal. Yeah, with Hive. We just swing in, we win. Scraps, look! Victory for Fluffy Kitties! Ishtola Knight's Blessed. Casting spells will drain my life. Draw them cards, because they can actually draw cards on any end step where a player has lost 4 or more life, which is so Ridiculous. Now, in 1v1, it's annoying. In Commander, oh my god. She's very enemy number one, I think, in Commander at this point. Among casual players. This is not like a CDH kind of thing. It's more like a... If you show up at my table with this beautiful cat woman, I'll be very disappointed. Yes, she is on track to beat out the #1 most popular commander. Because everybody wants Ishtola. Either because they think the card is powerful and good, because it is, or because they play Final Fantasy XIV and they're like, oh, kitty mommy, ooh ooh. This is from the pre-con. Oh, no Cecil. A Danto Vanguard lets you pay for life. Fun reason to run it in a deck. Unfortunately, I don't really want to be attacking into it, but sure, why not? Here's Ishtola. And they are paying 4 life just to draw a card. Hey, you know, I'm alright with that because I played Sheldred, and I played her for a damn good reason. Now, they can unfortunately just kind of pay 4 life and block this, and I do not get the on-hit trigger. Rowdy. So I gotta just, like, make way for ducklings. Sheldred. Personally, in my very limited experience with Final Fantasy XIV, I think I like Taco Cat more than Ishtola. Grahatia. But, you know, we should be picking favorites. Got you another treat? Yum. Why is she an Esper? Because she spreads knowledge. And she manipulates the ether? Aww. Fatally pushed. How many cards are in their graveyard? Oh my god, I could flip! They're gonna kill her. Scraps is just like, I like cats too. I'm cats. Scraps, you are cats. Do a flip. Flare of Fortitude. Ishtola's gonna live forever. And draw a card. Because she lost life. Oh my gosh. Honey bear. This cat is so cute. Honey, you have an entire bowl of the exact same kibble I'm giving you from this jar. But you don't want that. You want them hand-fed to you. Come on. They can pay 4 life and make it indestructible. I already am gonna lose 4 life this turn, so that's fine with me. Gonti! Let me hold it up. I got the Douthie. Okay. I don't really want to give them a bird, but I will if I need to. Bye, Scraps. Thanks for coming by for a couple games. They are reanimating Sheldred, going down to 2. Playing a Terminus, that's fine. Solar Transformer. And they are going to gain life in end step because they will draw a card. Okay, and then I could cast Reanimate. What could I reanimate? Nothing of great import. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? While this person cannot pay for life... That's right, you can't! Or you shouldn't. Great. Gonti. I could steal. I force them to block with the Gonti. They'll be taking 3 from this. Going to 1. That's a land. You know what? Mana's good. Mana's fine. I'll take mana. Alive at 1. But with card advantage. Kitty cat face. Alright. RIP Gonti. I don't need Gonti. I just need the Douthie. Douthie is currently lethal. I will play Gonti first. I guess if they have a spell that costs 3 or more that they couldn't cast without something on the stack, that would have been the mistake. But I want to steal in case they had a way to gain life. Like if they void rended or something. And we're alive! And we win! Brawl, Crackling Wit. This is a Storm Commander looking to get a whole bunch of loyalty, ult, and then give all your instants and sorceries Storm. Also spitting out some otters at the meantime. I got a Thoughtseize into a Reanimate, so I think this is a keepable hand. Then Barragoyf to follow up, and a Speed Boot Stalker to try to kill Roll before he ults. Thoughtseize, though, even though I'd love to get to hit a creature in their hand, I'm probably going to end up hitting, like, a removal spell. Let's find out! Thoughtseize, what you got? There are no creatures. Consult, Fire Magic, Spell Pierce, Faithless Looting, Flow State. Fire Magic does kill a lot of my smaller swarmers, but it doesn't kill the things I currently have. Spell Pierce, I think it's going to be Consult or Flow State here. I'll hit Flow State, just because with looting, they can set this up very, very easily. Ooh, yet another 3-drop. And they consult. At 3 mana. An Oracle of the Alpha. Barragoyf. Just a little friend. Just a little buddy. Scrying before they fetch. Maybe they're planning on looting. Oh, we're just throwing it to the bottom anyway. Brotherhood's End. Brother, no! Brother, why? It does cost 6 mana to do the Faraga that would be able to kill the things I want to play this turn, so I'm going to play them. Fear of Ridicule. And you can pierce it. But can you? I want Oracle. Give me the power 9 with the power of crime. What? Come on, use your spell pierce. It's fine. Spell pierce down. All right. And that means maybe I'll be able to strike fear into my opponents by stealing. I don't even know if they have other creatures in their deck. I'm gonna guess they have, like, Riddler. Quantum Riddler makes sense. Whee! Yeah, they'll be able to kill the little stuff with fire magic. Oh, Snapcaster! Well, well, well. Look who's gonna have the power 9. I'm like thinking like, oh, but I have this. I don't care, dude. No, I want this. I know what I'm here for. And now they could use their fire magic for Fyra and kill this and this. They did not. Okay, great news. I'm established. Through the power of crime. Yeah, Rawl's at a discount. Oh my god, he's so cute. This art is adorable. Is this considered 9 separate crimes? I mean, if somebody stole the power 9 in paper, I think it's more than 9 crimes. Okay, the fact they didn't play anything there is kind of weirding me out. Like, not even digging with Brawl or using looting. So I guess I'll play Gonti and swing with everything. If they got Aetherize, burgers and fries, great. At least I'll get to grief them again. Larceny! It's a petty theft. Okay, so they want the power 9 again. Okay, like, I get it. I guess I could go for another land. Considering how much crime I'm about to do. Yeah, I'm committing copyright infringement. Ding in the ice. Huh. That could be really sick set sometime. I kind of want to play this though. I need to swarm. I am not able to use Force of Will for its cheaty cost unless I somehow get a blue spell from their deck into my hand. So unlikely. But I can still cast it for 5. And I'll take a 5-mana counterspell if it stops them from stopping me. Mary Esquire of Rohan wants to swing in with other legends, drawing cards, and I want to say getting first strike. Yeah, first strike if it's equipped. I have Tony Bones to help block or attacking and steal things. Why not both? Hi, Freya. Just a little legend. And they're saying, nice. Hi. First strike, right? Oh, no. First strike is the other one. All right, so I'll trade with Mary. They drew a card. Now I'll start spitting out some flyers so I can block Freya off a bit of blossom. Just a bit o' blossom. They are hasting a Ragavan at me. Very aggressive with these wee legends. Aw, Bitter Bloom Bearer. I could have had 2 of them, but you stole it. Well, ye my hearth. At least I'll have some 1/1s. I think I go for Grave Expectations and just try to, like, take a 1 or 2 drop creature here. Yeah, let's heist. Momo. Sure. I mean, it discounts my Speed Brood Stalker, which is kind of cute. Here's Mary again. They draw. I'll take 2 and block Freya. Here's a regular old Ragavan. Momo Grogos. Yay! I could go Gonti, but I'm going Speed Brood. I got a discount on this baddie. And I think I hit their commander. Oh my god, look at how big Momo is. Momo has always wanted to be in my deck. Momo, you were meant for Gonti. Ow. At 16 life, Rem Careless, probably not swinging in here, but it is going to prevent non-combat damage. And to increase their non-combat damage. Right. This and more. I'm playing Vampire the Dire Moon to increase my Nykthos mana. I could have also played Dream Beavers. I want to see what I steal. Oh! It's Momo! I'll save the Dream Beavers for next turn. Oh my gosh, finally! I get to live my dream of playing a Momo deck. Wait, I already have a Momo deck. I get to live the dream of playing their Momo deck! Momo Grobos. Now there is an instant speed board wipe they could have here. And I'm trying to think if I think they have it. I could draw that. Okay, let's go. Everybody in! Sigrid. Okay. Doesn't kill, but does exile. Must be Broodstalker. Oh, my Mutavault. That's fine. At least I still get to do crime. Unless... a braid. That amount of damage plus 1. Okay, so we... this, Nykthos, black mana. Use the black mana to draw a card. Use the black mana from the card that we drew to play Malkir Rebirth onto Gonti. Gonti dies. Decline. Gonti returns. The crime continues! That is so many lands. I got 4 lands and a Skrelv. I cannot channel because it's not in my hand. Hey, Flage. Flage, what are you blasting? No! I had Momo, and now I have 1 Momo. I really hope one day I don't have no Momo. That would be sad. I want the most Momo. All I know is Mo. Go. Fly, my pretties! Oh, Demi the Silk Shoots. Can block, sacrifice, make things indestructible. Looks like they're going for the Hexproof Indestructible. That's fine, I still get to crime. Like, oh no, damage isn't being dealt. Death by 1,000 cuts. Yes, put my commander back in the command zone. Crime, 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 crime. Please steal something useful this time. Next turn, Sky Sovereign will be useful. How much mana do I have here? I already played a land. I'm gonna play Anam Pakal, Isamaru. Pass the turn. If I cast Sacred Fire, by the way, it does go to their graveyard. This will deal 4 damage to any target. Aw, Skrell. Lannery. Oh, I guess I'll block with Isamaru. You're a very good doggy, you know that? Swamp. Sky Sovereign. Hitting Rem Careless. Sacred Fire on Sigrid. Speedbrood Stalker. No more Flage. Fly, my pretties! It's not lethal. Off by 1. So close! So close! Hi, Lelia. Lelia is desperately swinging in, looking for anything that can help her. Well, it's not a board wipe. I don't think that's gonna do it. I'm going to block with Momo and the Speedbrood Stalker so I gain some life and make a food. Food. Hey, Flage. I don't think you're gonna be able to do it, Flage. I think there's too many little dudes here. Also a Sky Sovereign. We make a guy. We crew the Sky Sovereign. And I attack with all of these. Good game, opponent. Oh, where's good game? Oh, I gotta find good game. Found it. Whew. Good game. Tifa Lockhart. She's going to be trying to play tons and tons of lands to double her power. Now, this is a very slow hand, but I do go first, and I have a key card here, Opposition Agent. Opposition Agent might be able to stop Tifa by saying that she can't search for those various lands. A Delighted Halfling. I can either cut down this, or I can hit Tifa once. These are really what I want. This is a 5-mana counterspell if you're not in a blue deck. This is a very painful card advantage. I'll take the Deuce. I think that hitting the Delighted Halfling is worth it, since I have Opposition Agent, which stops the fetch lands. It stops Harrow and similar things. And I can do it at instant speed. I can just be like, bam, Opposition Agent. How much mono green have I seen with this deck? Very little. It's kind of a shame that Rofellos doesn't match into mono black. Mono black decks, for some reason, just kind of get matched high, even if they are less powerful archetypes. Like this one. This is mono black Swarm Crime. Oh, you want to search your library for a snowland? I'd like to search your library for a snowland, actually. Thank you. Now the cards in their hand are completely nothing. What's up? Yeah, I can't counter your stuff anyway. Kevish, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome to my no good criminal self's nasty little crime place. I'll play Gonti. I'm not attacking in here because the double block would benefit them. But next turn I have Speedbrood Stalker. Joink. Yeah, a Tifa who can't search for her lands is a Tifa that's not doing much at all. Tifa's doing pretty well in the ranked Brawl queue. I think if you want something that's very much like a combo kill but not. Okay, so they managed to get a Bridgeworks Battle on their draw. Great card for them. But we have answers too. Speedbrood Stalker. Going to stop them. I'm getting to use that. And I'll swing in with Gonti. You'll see if I can steal anything. Yeah, we know their hand is just 3 lands. I'm so good at Magic. Sometimes you just get the Primeval Titan. What is the green free spell? Fog, which is with Obscuring Haze. It is the least played of all of the free spells, and it is the worst of the free spells. Anyway, Deluge, we take them out again. I got a stolen prime time. I'm gonna win this. Kefka Court Mage, making both players discard and drawing cards based on the number of types that were discarded. All right, the Mystical Archives, Force of Will, Hop to It, and Zombify. None of those are huge for me, but I'll grab one anyway. Zombify, being able to reanimate a card is never bad. Mystical Archives also helps me cast spells. Not necessarily the spells from Gonti, which have built-in color fixing, but from some of the other crime cards in my deck. Try to bring out Gonti. Could definitely be killed, countered, etc. Yeah, I think most Kefka decks are just Grixis control or Grixis mid-range brew. Some of them have a bit more of a tempo, early card advantage. Some of them are doing a bit of everything. Kefka is just generally a very good card. And it gets even better in 4-player where you have multiple opponents to make discard. They're up to 3 mana. They're eyeing my archive. Yeah, it could be anything under there. Flame of Anor. Some removal. I will put that back in the command zone. And I'll play Wrench next. Let's see, Counterspell, Rusko. Iteration. Red or green spell, you say? It doesn't matter because the like colors on these get fixed. I'm just wondering if I want to go for iteration. But I think that the fact that I'll be able to play Rusko and hold up Counterspell will be really nice. Yeah, what if it's Clown Typal? Sadly, there's only like 1 clown they can play in these colors. Oh, somebody's asking if I think my Lila deck is competitive enough for ranked. No, the Lila deck was a deck that was intentionally depowered so it would have more synergy while we had like 2 brief days of interesting matchmaking. Lila is not a good commander. If you are looking to play competitively and you can't identify that, I would recommend you do not play in the ranked queue. Spell snaring their own counterspell. Yeah, I think in general, the only reason you should play ranked Brawl with like a specific brew to it is if it's something that you already know you want to play. If you're somebody who regularly plays Hell Q commanders and is just itching, and I know this one's banned, but like you're just itching to do things. Oh, Layla? Too slow. Swinging in, trying to steal. They cut down. Go for a trade. And I was hoping to steal and cast something, but I'll just play this Stealthy Voidwalker. That'll make the spells that are discarded go to exile, but they might just have a board wipe here, which would be tough. Yeah, I think that if you are looking to compete in the ranked Brawl queue, the sort of things you want to be looking at are like Yuriko. All right, what did they drop? Miscalculation. Cute. Hmm. Gonna grab that Rusco again for that nasty clock value. Activate. You think Yuriko, Tifa, Nashi? I think Nashi is, yeah, definitely a contender there. Scalding Tarn. Not helpful to me right now, but there are some things I can use with it later. Apparently there's a Kenrith channel deck. Yes, but a lot of these, like, unusual decks, it's because they're doing combos. You can run Thassa's Oracle Tainted Pact combo. Oh, fun. You can even just kind of shoehorn that into any random Dimir deck because you got a lot of tutors. You just gotta singletonize your lands. Yeah, I would say that, like, unless you're somebody who kind of knows what they're there for, you're, like, very much a CDH kind of person, you should probably stay away from the ranked queue. At least this time it's not one of those metagame challenges that is making players, like, invest into it and pay into it. Those always, to me, felt like people were just preying on people who are like, I'm gonna try this out. Yes, and you're gonna get hosed. Alright, they're digging. Yeah, I think as far as aggro goes, it's probably tier 2. They got rid of the best aggro commanders. They banned them, like a Johnny. Adeline, Anam Pakal. Yeah, those sound fine. I think Felia Blink aggro also kind of works. It's like, I kind of feel like they're just going to wipe the board here. I'll just take it. I have plenty of life. Gut. I think Gut Mono Red's probably good. Oh, an extra turn. I guess I should have double blocked. And maybe this time I will. I'm about to get a reset on my hand anyway. Let's take a look at what was put into there. We have the temporal manipulation. Yep, it was damnation. So we're gonna put Zombify back here. Ooh, I do like Elegy Acolyte. If I zombify Mr. Bones, I can grab Grief or Wrench. Or Douthie and take an extra turn. Because it will have the haste. Okay, so zombify Bones. Okay, so they're just intercepting that. I'll play Elegy Acolyte. It is almost midnight. They're digging. A stock up lets them look at 5, grab 2. And a Molten Impact on Elegy Acolyte. So I have no attackers. It is now 11 p.m. Bing and bong. I will play Gonti. Does he resolve? They do not resolve. I guess hand would mean it would just get shuffled back in, so find command zone. And don't you worry, guys. I got Pony Bones. still have put it in hand and then just chosen to redirect it, just in case they have a stifle. And that probably would have been the smartest thing, yeah. So, tides are being bent, so I should have just put that back in hand. Oracle of the Alpha. Ooh, that means now I could maybe steal some of those cards. We want to stay empty-handed. Oh, I don't have enough mana. Am I harnessing here? I'm harnessing. Reach combo decks, they do work. Yeah, we want to stay empty-handed against Kefka so they get less value on him entering or attacking. Looking at my graveyard, don't. Just because I'm going to get to reanimate every turn. I could either go for stealing or what I had mentioned before, which is Emperor of Bones into Douthie Voidwalker to take an extra turn. They dropped Bird. I take 5. It's 12 over 8. Bing and a bong. Yeah, well, 1 clock doesn't do anything. All right, so Emperor of Bones. Ooh, more potential reanimate. I may be able to kill Kefka off that. Alright, so we exile. I don't think they have a way to kill it. Douthie. We use this. Activate. No attacks. Crack that open. Temporal manipulation. The low cost of free. And they are inverting polarity. That means that they might get the extra turn. I tried. I can now tap this. It wouldn't get to the next Bing Bong, though. There we go. Give me a new hand. Reanimating their Oracle? No, I wanted to get the extra turn so I could continuously reanimate. This only hits my graveyard. I have to sacrifice a permanent. Wow, they're actually flipping a Kefka? That doesn't happen much. I'll drop Midnight Clock. This is a lot of card draw. Very unusual thing to see happen. Ooh, Kawaii Tarask, thank you for the 39-month resub. Kawaii Tarask is saying they're playing against Kefka in Final Fantasy XIV right now because they just added him as like a special raid boss. There's a flip side? Yes, there is. Brainstorm. I was kind of hoping they would make me discard because I was going for the clock, so I'd still have something to reanimate. Now, with that huge card draw, did you find a time walk? Oh, here we go. Plunder. Chupa thingy. And a swamp. Good old Chupa thingy. Oh, right. 2 extra turns. They do it again. And at that point, I'd say they'll have it. Spider-Man 2099. Got those kill spells, got those counter spells, and is a very difficult deck to play against. Because they have removal stapled to their commander, and it only costs 2. It essentially has triple strike, hitting twice, and then hitting again. I'd say that this is one of the trickier things to play against. Okay, so Hydroponics is terrifying. I don't have a way to kill it. They have Remand, Click, and Brainstorm. But yeah, Hydroponics Architect is card advantage, whereas the rest of these, like, this sets up, but it's not as scary. Oh, speaking of card advantage, nice Library of Alexandria you got there. Let's mess with their hand. Hey, if you want to use your library, this will make it a little trickier. Because I made you discard. Click clock. All right, I get to swing in. And they have a Remand that they can't play because this person is choosing greed. But if you are wondering, wait, why didn't they play a land? So they're doing, this is something that you might see in more of like a legacy kind of game. They really want card advantage, so they were waiting just for that. All right, fine. We're getting silly with it. Let's get silly with it. Am I feeling like Gonti or these two? I'm feeling Gonti. See if you have a way to stop it. Hey, if you cast Lightning Bolt, just like telling you now, Goyf will live. Let's go. Fiery Impulse. It's enough to take out the little one, but you made my Goyf bigger. We mill? Of course I want to mill. Ooh, a grief. I don't need no boggart. Come here. What you got? Ghostfire Slice. Phoenix, which they can play from the graveyard. Remand, which could take their stolen spells back. I'm going to hit Ghostfire Slice. It kills my Gonti. But this is now all on the back of Barrogoyf. So the thing that they would want to do, if they hadn't been like kind of messing around with their turns for the greedy draw, playing a Harris and then giving it the haste means 12 damage. 12 flying hasty damage. But we stopped them because they were a little too invested in their lands. Ajani Nakat Pariah, though banned in ranked, is apparently perfectly fine for us unranked gamers to play against. I have a bunch of nice 2-drops here. I can attack their hand to try to slow down Ajani and his brother killing tendencies. Yes, that's right. That's Ajani's #1 most favoritist thing in the whole wide world to do, is kill his brother. Cat warrior token, or any cat. And when they do, well, we have to deal with the aftermath. We have to deal with the angry kitty man. So let's see, anything here? Gut. Okay, it's gut or, because they can also use lightning bolt. One frees the other. This can also free it. I think it's still gut. Gut is also just an aggro house. One of the best mono red commanders, even without choose a background. Who needs a background when you have gut? Also, Vit Silva, thank you so much for the sub. I hope I managed to steal from this person. It would bring me joy. I can make them discard. I could just flash out Opposition Agent, which might be nice into these too. This is a cat, by the way. Who knows? Maybe they'll find another fetch. Nope. It's Witch Enchanter. Disenchanter. Now let's see if they end up bolting the brother token. They won't have a red permanent. That's part of also why I grabbed a gut. I'll flash out Opposition Agent. They could bolt that before it blocks Esper Sentinel. And because this is a cat, if I manage to kill it, Ajani will flip. I'll go for the discard here. For lack of a land. The brother is alive! For now. Always bolt the brother. I mean, I think it would have been right to bolt the brother. That's okay. They're going to sacrifice it to a fanatical goblin who is very fun in Baldur's Gate 3. The squire now can fly. A flying squire. Huh? Okay. The brother shall live, but the Ajani shall die. Quick! While he's not looking! We gotta kill that cat! They fly now. They fly now. Guts coming down and turning cats into skeletons. Because inside of every one of us is bones. Ow. Pain. Sheoldred or Gonti in an attempted steal. I think it's Sheoldred because she has more toughness. Next turn, assuming they get a land, and they probably will, I imagine it's going to be a Johnny, sacrifice cat token, a bunch of skeletons. And then Johnny will also be like, whoa! And then he'll dab, and then he'll turn into Big Johnny. Human? In front of my cat warrior?
Beautiful day, brother.
Ah, beautiful day, brother. A beautiful day to die. I still really don't know how intentional it was for them to be like, yeah, man, he's just a Johnny. You know, he kills his brother. That's his thing. If I don't block with Sheoldred at all, and I just double block with these, they'll have 4 damage from the 0, which is not enough to kill the Sheoldred, and I think I have to make use of the Sheoldred Menace.
To me!
It is so hard to attack into or defend or anything with this guy. I think you double blocked, you not?
This plot goes deeper.
Maybe not just because gut kills me. Yeah, I can pay the 1. Hey, gut. Oh, Skitter and Kitten, of course. Swing in with everything. Or kill this. That also works. All right. I'd say GG, but it's an Ajani. And listen, I get it. Gonti's not bad. But he also shouldn't have to deal with Ajani. Nobody should. Princess Sarah, that's Azusa. Lost but seeking. They can play additional lands every turn. And those lands usually end up bringing out tons of big, scary creatures. Eldrazi, Praetors, and the like. This hand is okay. I have, I guess, Bitter Blossom, because they will probably have some things with Reach, but not that many flyers. And I have a Kill Spell. I have the Terminus here. Yeah, I think we make an assortment of flyers, and we just try to steal things, even though I probably won't be able to cast them. I'll still try. All right, they mulliganed, looking for even more mana. More mana, more problems. An Arboreal Grazer, because what's better than 1 mana on turn 1? 2 mana on turn 1. That means that on turn 2, they can play Azusa, and if they are like most Azusa decks, their deck is very much 50% lands. I am not gonna bother holding the Bitter Triumph. The way that lands work with priority, if you play a land, you immediately get priority back. It does not pass back to the opponent unless the land had a triggered ability. And unless you are I'll say a novice when it comes to playing Azusa, like, you're not playing the abilities on enter lands right away. Oh, interesting. They only had 1 additional land in hand. I will sit here with my Bitter Triumph. Yeah, there's no Strip Mine in this queue. Strip Mine Azusa is definitely being played in the other queue. There is Dust Bowl, which is a much slower way to do land destruction. All right, so that's going to put 2 extra lands in their hand. But they'll only be able to pay one of them because I'm going to kill their commander. And then I have Speedboot Stalker, which can take out something else on a future turn. And yeah, I know. The Grazer's the thing that can block. It's fine. Ooh, Mystical Archive. Probably put that in. Would I like Requisition Raid, Berserk, or pick your poison? I mean, Berserk's pretty fun. You can also use this as a very unusual removal spell. I'm trying to think of like which artifacts or enchantments they get. I'll play Gonti. I don't have an attack in here. If we were playing Rev instead of Gonti, we'd still have the attack because of the Death Touch. But I think Gonti is just better in 1v1. A Sowing Micah spawn kicked. So they're going to exile this. It didn't matter that I put anything under it. Yep, they still have land destruction. And they get to tutor for their own land of their choice. Now, they could get a bounce land. Bounce lands are usually really good with Azusa. Broker's Hideout. So they're just getting a auto-sacrifice land. I assume there's some landfall in there. Cool. Hey, at least it wasn't part of like a tutor. I will... I don't think I want to animate my Mutable. I think I'm just swinging in with these three. And then I want to play the stuff that I steal. Since I have this Malakir Rebirth, I could also play the Speedboot Stalker after. Huh. Yeah, okay. I have a way to, like, recur this, and I'm just kind of swarming here. I choose Micah Spawn. Eight mana. Azusa. And the Ramen Up. Oh, this is going to take forever. Fetch lands are really nice for them because they get to do it again and again and again. And we have to wait through it. It takes a while because each time it gets them 2 sets of triggers. Okay, so they have played their lands, their Broker's Hideout. Here, I'm going to play a land too. Bam, Forest. You like that? You better. Okay, swinging with everyone except for the Mutavault. They're not blocking anything. And we get to steal a whole dang bunch. I have 6 mana here. Well, at least I get prime time. I could attack their hand. Primeval Titan would just be like acceleration. I actually think Thought Knots here is the right choice here. So that's what I'm going to do. In case they had a giant Eldrazi. This is card draw. Ice Till is just kind of obnoxious. Appa eats a cabbage. Yeah, Ice Till would have gotten them even more triggers. But it feels like by taking out one of the big things from their hand and them not having a big Eldrazi, we've just got the inevitable victory. And after all that crime, I managed to get 500 gold by completing my daily quest of casting 20 white or green spells, which I did entirely with a mono black deck because I like one thing and one thing only, and that's crime. And look, I did it! I managed to cast enough green and white spells to do my daily quest with the mono black deck. So good job, Gonti. I think that this deck does very well, and it's very fun to play. If you want to play mono black crime and you don't want a control shell like Wrench or Black Cat, and you instead want to just be aggressive, Gonti is your dude. I really like Gonti a lot more than Rev because I think hitting multiple times is the way to have a lot of fun in Brawl and really reward yourself for going wide. And considering that, you know, in mono black, oftentimes it just feels like you're driven to kill spells and counters, or like kill spells and planeswalkers and removal and board wipes. This feels so much more unique than that archetype, which is what I see so very often. So yes, I will say Gonti is a very, very fun deck. Here's the problem with Gonti. As you saw at the end of the video, well, Gonti matches, unfortunately, into some nasty cards because it's a mono black deck. And a number of people that are playing a Johnny and Nadu and, well, any of the commanders that are banned in the ranked event has only gone up because they can't play them there and they still want to stomp their enemies. People play those decks because they have a high win rate, because they're extremely powerful. And yeah, as good as Gonti is, and as much as I can beat those decks some of the time when we go up against them, it's a really tough battle. And it's also, unfortunately, a lot of the people playing those decks will concede early if they don't get a good start. So it's not like you get to do crime and win sometimes. It's more like, even though they could win, they just give up because they just want fast, easy wins, which is a shame because I want to do crime so I can do my Selesnya quest with a mono black deck, which I did. It just took a lot of work. If you're looking for the deck list, you can find it in the description of the video. And if you'd like to suggest a commander for me to revisit, or maybe just a new commander for me to do, please let me know. If you're wondering, Amy, why did you do Gonti? The answer is be gay and do crime. Happy Pride Month, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.